At just after 5, exactly a year ago today, Josh Haddock collapsed on the football field at North Forsyth High School. His head had been killing him for about 24 hours, but he was determined he was not going to sit out practice. And then everything went black.
County 911, where's your emergency?
I have a football player that is incredibly non-reactive.
I was very concerned because he was not doing well at all.
How old is he?
17, I believe.
It was shocking. It's just crazy to think it happened to my kid.
That kid, 18-year-old Josh Haddock, is tough.
I'd been playing since I was 5.
So August 24th, 2010, when Josh got hit hard during a practice here at North Forsyth High, and his head started throbbing.
My helmet popped off, and I had a little cut over my eye. I had headaches before, but you can't sit out for every bump and bruise and stuff.
The team trainer had to make Josh sit out the rest of practice, but the next day he was back drilling. Only this time the pain was so bad he had to sit down. That worried trainer Katie Cahill.
Like, hey, what's wrong? And just told her I had a headache, and then from there I kind of just stared at her like deer in headlights, and about a minute after that is when I collapsed.
Yeah, he's really struggling to breathe, sir.
Rushed to the ER, Josh had ruptured a blood vessel in his brain, pushing his brain to one side of his skull.
They came back out and told me they were life-flighting him to Northside Atlanta. It's a 12-minute helicopter ride, and they have one of the best neurosurgeons down there, and they were going to operate on him.
Time was even more of the essence.
Neurosurgeon Dr. Thomas Morrison knew that Josh had only a 25% chance of surviving.
He came out and he said, I'm going to be honest with you. This is going to be a difficult, if not impossible, injury to recover from, and right now we don't even know if he's going to survive. And at that point, I just lost it.
The question was was he already too far injured that I saved his life, but I didn't save his quality of life?
While friends and coaches gathered inside Northside,
You can see when the bone is removed here.
Morrison removed a piece of Josh's skull to release the pressure on his brain. And within hours, an ICU nurse noticed Josh was moving.
She said, "You got to fight her." And I said, "Why? What do you mean?" She said, "Oh, he was opening his eyes and trying to sit up." And I was like, "Oh my God, he was opening his eyes." So it was pretty cool. From that point on, it was amazing, like unbelievable miracle.
Less than a month after his surgery, Josh was back on the field cheering on the Raiders. And a year later, he has almost fully recovered, starting his freshman year at Oglethorpe University. And Josh Haddock wants back in the game.
I would love to play football again, so yeah, I'm not giving up on that.
Josh and his mom believe that if the trainer had not been there to call 911 and stabilize him, he would not have survived. Most high schools don't have trainers, so if you're a parent, find out if your child's coach is trained to recognize concussions and whether there's a safety plan in place. Guys?